Hey there, Capricorn. Good morning. I'm hopping in with quick knock knock reading today, which is knock knock, who's there? Because I don't know ever who's going to tune in for these readings. So I'm welcoming my Capricorn friends. Why Capricorn? Capricorn, you have been so faithful and you've been reading and listening to my material. You're the number 2 sign this week with amongst all 12 signs, and so that's why I'm doing this little bit of a bonus reading. I call it an energy selfie. What is it that the cards have to say to you today to bring you hope and encouragement, inspiration? I have already ruffled them up, but I'll do another couple ruffles here. And while I do that, I will remind you that I do offer personal services. I love to read the cards for people. I love to be able to identify a block to your manifesting because the cards are very good at that. And then I also do energy tapping for those people who enjoy that. Tapping actually is an excellent tool for removing blocks and for improving your sense of charisma, your sense of self-confidence, basically your manifesting power. So if you're interested in private services, you'll find the information in the pinned comment below. So with no further ado, let's jump in and see what the cards have for us today, Cappy. Okay. And we have Page of Cups. Okay. And Ten of Pentacles. Very nice. Oh, And the Nine of Wands. And let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Nine of Cups. Okay, let's take a look here. You know what? If there's one thing that I know about my Capricorns, my darlings, is that you don't give up. You don't give up. Once you get something in your mind that you believe is possible, you move forward towards that desire. And you won't let anyone stand in your way. So if you can relate to that, you know you're in the right place. What we know, Capricorn, is that there is a certain naivete, a certain, almost like a Disney princess kind of view of what's possible in love. And this is a genderless reading because whatever gender you identify with, some personalities have kind of a fatal flaw because they're looking at love through the eyes of a dream. And part of that can stand in your way. And I look at this card here in the page, so much radiation of desire coming from the core, but the inability to make things sustainable. You know, when things escape, when the things that you're wanting most to manifest just never seems to happen. However, there's such desire for magic and romance that a part of you will just never give up. Why? Because this right here, the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, this is your heart. This is where you will not stop because what you're wanting in terms of family, relationship, marriage, happily ever after is core value to you, Capricorn. Other signs may not take it as seriously, but for you, there is this such a strong core desire. It's almost caused you to make decisions around your career and around your family relationships that have been impacted because even though some of the people in your personal life don't support some of your choices in love, there's been some people even who've been afraid to face you or afraid to tell you their doubts about a person because your desire to be in a couple has almost blinded you to the people that are wanting to be in a couple with you. Okay, this compromising that can happen where a part of you knows, there's something off here. This is not quite right for me. However, when you tell your family and you go to your friends about this situation, they don't like it. There's something in them that doesn't resonate with your current choice. And this may not be true for all of you Capricorns, but I just feel that there's someone watching right now who's confused because they are feeling so positive about what they want, but they're not getting the sustainability that they're looking for. And also with the Nine of Wands showing, there's just been a lot of effort to get to the place where you are. This is a person who is, again, undaunted, knowing for sure what they want. And they've faced situations up until now where they're standing strong and firm for sure. Okay, so my heart feels for you, because if you're waiting to have that happily ever after, the card here, do you want to have a child? Do you want to be married? Are you thinking that it's impossible for you? Then you need to hear this reading, because everything is still possible for you. It may be that you're fishing in the wrong pond. It may be that what you think is your ideal person is simply the ideal from 10 years ago, and it's no longer your ideal person, and you need to kind of do like a remodeling of your thoughts. What is it that makes the ideal partner for you? The fact that we have 2 9s here, I like that because it's showing great progress, that over the last, I would say, 5 years particularly, you have grown so much in your own life, your purpose, your career, what it is that you're wanting, and there's big change coming. So I would say before the end of November, you're going to definitely see have something come in that surprises you and gives you some clarity here. Maybe this person that you're involved with, the person, again, this is very particular for only some of the people listening, but whatever's causing conflict in you, you have fallen in love with somebody that your family doesn't like, or you have fallen in love with somebody that doesn't support your highest good. You need clarity there. And I believe that you're going to get that before the end of the month. I believe all the efforts that you've placed towards finding the ideal partner is coming to a conclusion. Okay, let me just pull. Well, if I look at the next card on the bottom of the deck here, I'm just going to pull these next 2 cards because they've gotten my attention. That Three of Swords, the heartbreak from the past, the things that have happened in the past, they have to be in the past. Okay, there needs to be, this is the Death card, this is the need for rebirth. So I know so many people that come to me and they ask, how can I trust again when I was so betrayed before? Who do I listen to when I want to have advice? When you first date, when you first have your first crush on somebody a gazillion years ago, there's so much hopefulness and naivete about it. But once you've had your heart broken 2, 3, 4 times, you don't know what to think. And many people think you can find a relationship that has no heartbreak. That's just not possible. So I believe that this reading today, the energy selfie, is for you, Capricorn, to be able to take a moment and just check it out. Some of you who listen to this reading has nothing to do with you. You don't even resonate. But for others of you, there is a conflict going on between you and yourself, or you and your supporters, where the person that you're in love with, there's a tie-in with heartbreak, and it looks like it's just caution ahead. Whoever it is that you're hooking up with right now, just be real with yourself. Do not compromise all the work you've done here so far, putting together a plan for the kind of partner that you want. Okay? So now let me just grab my Moonology manifesting deck here. And let me just pull a quick card for some advice. If this reading resonates with you and you want more clarity, this is exactly the kind of thing that would trigger you to get a personal reading. It really doesn't matter if it's from me or from whoever it is. There are people around you who read cards, who pull cards for you personally, that can really be a treat. Collective readings are a riot to me personally. I love the readings when I watch them because sometimes I hear my own personal story coming out of a collective, which makes me laugh because I'm like, how do they know? Anyway, a whole bunch of cards just flew out, Capricorn, so I'm going to just take a look at all of them. Okay, so the first one, absolutely be proud of yourself. We just had a full moon in Taurus yesterday, and so this Taurus card, I'm so glad it came out because it's showing me, Cappy, you have done so much changing already. And it's like there's half dark, half light, right? But be proud of yourself. You may have a little confusion right now. Everyone does. But the bottom line is you need to cut yourself some slack and pat yourself on the back. Your next manifesting moon card is reflect on your priorities. Absolutely. If you missed the beginning of this reading, go back and listen again, because one of the messages that's coming through today is that you don't want to sacrifice your priorities just to have a partner. You don't want to sacrifice your priorities to make a connection work when it's going to pull you away from your heart. Next one, you overachiever, you. Take inspired action. Again, supporting this. Inspired action is different from effort. Effort is trying, working, pushing. Inspired action comes from the heart. So again, if parts of this reading have made sense to you, just review it, check it out again, and see which parts made you queasy, which parts made you cringe, because your inspired action will come from the conflict that you're experiencing. And then the last one, detoxify. Interesting card, and it's a full moon in Taurus, which is what just happened yesterday. Okay, these cards threw themselves out of the deck, which I love. And so the fact that we are still under a full moon energy right now, you guys, okay, they say 24 to 48 hours on either side of a full moon. We can access the energy that is there. So there's something in your thinking that is toxic for you. This is not saying that there's a person that's toxic for you. There's an energy around within and how you're looking at love and romance. So my advice, use your YouTube search window, search for a meditation for the full moon in Taurus. There are some great meditations out there that astrologers have put out. I would recommend that. Find yourself a meditation that you enjoy and put an intention that you want to detoxify your mind from any thoughts or beliefs that are holding you back from manifesting your highest good. This is no crazy coincidence that this card came up at the end of the reading. This is a sign. So thank you, Capricorns, you guys, you rock. You're listening to my readings more so than many of the other signs, running in second place right now to Taurus. But I appreciate you. I'm glad that I can pop on and give these little pop-up readings when people aren't expecting them. And leave a comment if this resonated with you. Drop an emoji in and line yourself up with this energy. Come on aboard. Let's manifest some good changes when it comes to the rest of November. Have a beautiful, blessed day, my darling Capricorns. I just love you.